So hey you guys, it is Davita, and today this is a story time about when I had just transferred from, I can't think what school I was going to at the time, but I think I was going to a school in the suburbs, and some stuff happened, some family stuff, and I ended up having to move back in a not so good area. And one of my girlfriends at the time, she was like, yeah, I go to this school downtown, and like you should come check it out. So yeah, they had like a radio broadcast and stuff. So my mom, she was like, so I really wanted to go to this school just because the school that I had previously left from, I had no friends that went there. This new school, my friend who was like, you should come here, and I'm like, we'll be going to school together, blah blah blah. So I was like, I begged my mom to go, like I begged her to go, and basically she gave in. She said okay, and I ended up transferring to this new school. So my mom, she didn't really care too much for it, but now I really wanted to go. She just, she let me go. So everything was smooth. I'm like very much so a people person, so I had a lot of friends, whatever, but like there's always that small group of girls that may not like you. So it was like these two girls that I was kind of really close with, but we would like fall out and then be cool, fall out and be cool again. So there was this one girl, and her name, you know what, I could just use their real names because it's not really a big deal. But okay, so this one girl, her name was Khadija, and it's so funny because my mom's name is Khadija. So I had like a girlfriend who had my mom's name, so I thought that was really, really cool or whatever. I used to go over her house on the weekends. Like, we used to hang out so much, and thinking back, like, she really wasn't a good friend for me, like, just whatever. Because, a lot of these girls was real fake. It was just a lot, like a lot. So her name was Khadija, and I used to always go over her house. She used to come over my house. Like, we used to always hang out. We started calling each other best friends. So this one particular weekend, reminder that, it was three of us. It was like me, Khadija, and this other girl. And I'll say her name was Tasha because I can't remember her name. But okay, so her name was Tasha. So this one day, this guy from our school called Khadija. And we all were cool. Everybody was really cool. So Khadija, she used to talk a lot of SHIT. And so she was on the phone because like the guy, he had a smart mouth too. So, she was like, I'm gonna get my brothers to beat you up and all of this stuff. So, we at her house, and I'm sitting there watching TV. I think like a couple of her cousins was over too. So I'm watching TV, all that happened. I'm like, dang, why'd you just go in on him like that? Because I'm not the one to be like, I got brothers and cousins that's gonna beat you up. Like, I'm more soft-spoken and just, I'm just me. I'm just there. But at the same time, don't take no crap. Like, because back then I had to defend myself a lot. So that's a whole nother story for another time. Now, the weekend is over, and we're going back to school. So it's Monday, and the security guard at the school, he used to love me so much. It was just crazy. Like, I don't know if I just stood out more so than the other students because I didn't seem anything like the other students. Like, a lot of the students that went there, being at the school was downtown, there were a lot of kids from the hood, like, because like every single time downtown, right up the street is the hood. Like, I don't know why it's like that, but yeah, so a lot of kids from the hood went to this school, and like I guess he just gravitated towards me more because he could tell like I was nothing like these other kids. Like, I wasn't disrespectful to teachers. I would do my work. I was just a really good student, a really good kid. I mean, this one particular day, okay, now we're back at school, and I got to school late this day. And so the way that the school was built, it was like an office building that they turned into a school. So I'm going up the elevator. I get off at our floor because every single floor had every grade. So I get off at my floor, and the security guard, he caught me like as soon as I was getting off the elevator. So he was like, hey, he's like, let me talk to you for a second. So I'm like, okay, like, what's going on? So, because his whole demeanor was just different. So he was like, well, did something happen over the weekend? And I was looking at him like, no, like, what are you talking about? And he was like, well, the boy, I'll say his name was Tom. Tom's cousin, who also went to our school, was like in the classroom, like shadow boxing, right? Saying she was going to beat me up and all of this stuff. So he was like, yeah, so he was like, were you with Khadija during the weekend or something? Because I guess something happened, and Tom Did I just say his name was Tom? Okay, well, Tom. Tom's Tom had told his cousin that you said that you was gonna have your cousins beat him up or something, and Khadijah told Tom that I'm the one who said all of that stuff. So I'm sitting there like, these bitches is so fake, right? So I'm like, what? So I explained to him the whole situation. He was like, I got you, like, throughout the day, like, I'm gonna be sure you cool, whatever. But he was like, yeah, he's like, 'cause that didn't even sound like you to begin with. So now we're going throughout the day, and I'm just watching this girl. She just like, I'm gonna beat y'all, da, da, da. So now I'm cussing her out, because it's like, at this school, like, you couldn't let people run over you, and that's just something I was not about to allow to happen. So, you know, I had to stand my ground, and I was just like, look, like, whatever we gonna do, let's do it. Like, it was just, just to think, like I'm nothing like that. But, oh, God. Okay, so now, you know, we going throughout the day. So, basically, you know, I'm just like, whatever. So, now, throughout the day, me and Khadijah are now going at it, because I'm like, you are the one who was saying all of that rah-rah on the phone over the weekend, and now you can't back it up. Like, so now me and her going at it. So now I'm about to fight two people, right? So somehow the situation with me and Tom's cousin, it was like mediated, like it was nipped in the bud. Like, we just kind of, because I think I explained to her, I can't really remember how it went, but I think like I explained to her what was going on or something. I can't remember. So so now it's like halfway through the day, and the principal called us down to come talk to him. And it was like, I think his name was like Mr. Banks or something. And like, when you hear the name Mr. Banks, the man that pops in your head is like probably what he looked like. Like, he was just a big buff bald head guy who looked like he probably did some time. No, I'm being funny. But he was just a very, very strong black man. So he had us come down to the principal's office, and he was just like, I don't want no foolishness out of you young ladies today. And he was like, we have enough stuff going on with all of our young black people. And so I'm just taking it all in. I'm like, yeah, I know. And she over there just real nonchalant, like she has nothing to lose. Family from the hood, nothing going on for themselves. Like, and I'm not trying to be funny, but you know, and I really liked her. I really did like her at the time. But you know, that's whatever. Go back upstairs, and in my head, I'm like, okay, I know this girl probably still gonna be on some trash, but I'm just cool. I'm just cool, because I don't do anything if you're not doing nothing to me. So it's whatever. So now here we go. It's about to be the end of the day. She's still talking, because some people got in her head. Now she's talking again. And I was like, look, at the end of the day, we gonna get it in. Let's just do it. It's whatever. So now, being that this school was like, it used to be an office building, we couldn't take the elevators because that would have been like too much. So everybody had to walk down the stairwell to leave out of the school. So, so basically, you know, some of my homegirls that was there, they was like giving me hair scarves and shit. Because I'm like, when I leave out of this school, I'm gonna have to fight her. Because like, she's gonna try and fight me. So somebody gave me a hair scarf, and it's so interesting because like, as we were walking out of the school building, the principal was just standing there shaking his head, and I was just kind of like, there's nothing I can do. Like, there's nothing that I can do. So get outside, and we just post up, right? So now I throw the first swing, and then she swung. The next thing you know, somebody grabbing me by my hood and like dragging me back into the school building. So I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I'm thinking I'm about to get jumped or something. I didn't know. It's just, I didn't know. So I go, okay, so now I'm back in the school, and I see that it was a security guard from earlier in the day who had grabbed me. And he pulled me into this office, and like, where the office was at, like, you could see everybody right outside of the school. So he's just talking to me, and he's like, this is not you. None of these girls have, like, these girls have nothing going on for themselves. He's like, I've talked to your mother. I know what type of background you come from and all of this stuff. And, you know, I'm like, I understand. I was like, but I have no choice. Like, these girls are not going to just not mess with me. It's like 5 of them and 3 of me. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, because, you know, all these girls, they went to school together before I even got there. So, you know, everybody was pumping up Khadijah to, it was just stupid. So stupid. Because at the time, my mom, she owned the strip mall, like up this main road. So I would take like the RTA bus to go straight to my mother. But me and Khadijah took the same bus because she lived like a couple streets down past the strip mall that my mom owned. They sent Khadijah first on the bus, and while I was still in there talking to the security guard. So next thing you know, I'm like, he's like, okay, well, she left, she's gone or whatever. And the security guard, like, he walked with me to the bus stop just to be sure I was okay. So he walked with me to the bus stop, and I'm not even in my head. I'm like, okay, the situation is done. Like, when I come back to school, it's just gonna be whatever. So I get to, okay, so I'm on the bus now. I get to my bus stop, and tell me why Khadijah is at the bus stop, and she's out there with like maybe 7 or 8 girls, right? So I'm just like, so I got up, and then I saw her and these girls, and I'm like, they like, yeah, bitch, get off the bus, da da da, right? So I'm like, not doing it, because like where the bus stop was at, I had to walk like a little bit up the street to get to the strip mall. And I had talked to my mom prior, so of course I told her I was on my way. So she's like, okay, well, I'm here, whatever, blah blah blah. So once I saw Khadijah and like these 7 or 8 girls, I sat back down, and somebody else that was on the bus like was watching everything that was going on. And this girl, she had to be at least like 19 or 20 at the time, but you know, I'm like, how was I? I was young. I can't think of my age, but I was young. So basically, this girl that was like 19 or 20, she was like, come here. She was like, come sit next to me. So she had me sit like nearest to the window because Khadijah and her friends had got on the bus. So I'm just sitting there, and I'm like, okay, I don't know who this girl is, but whatever, right? Because I was scared. I was scared because I'm like, yo, I'm about to get beat down, like, for real. So basically, the girl who I was sitting next to, her bus stop was exactly where Khadijah's bus stop was, ironically. So we all get off the bus, and the girl, she was just like, stay close to me. She's like, I'm not going to let them do nothing to you. Just stay close to me. So, but like the way we had to walk was opposite from the way Khadijah and her friends had to walk. So we got off the bus, and we just walking, and Khadijah, now her friends is like just talking. So at some point, Khadijah, like at some point, me and her, we started actually fighting. And she provoked it, of course, because, you know, I'm just listening to this girl that's older than me who's obviously trying to help me out. So basically, at some point, me and Khadijah started fighting. So, like, I hit her in the face, and she hit me in the face, and we started wrestling a little bit. And it was, like, some older guys who were outside and was like, cut that out. Don't do that. Stop doing that. So basically, like, the girl who I was with, she broke it up. Like, it was real quick, but the girl who I was with, she broke it up. And she was like, quit fucking with her, like, talking about me, like, quit messing with me. Like, it's 5 of y'all, however many of them it was. And she was just like, y'all bitches are some bullies. So she's like, so the girl, she pulled me with her, so we kept walking. So Khadijah was like, I see you at school, it's whatever. So, but basically, this girl, she took me to her house, and she was like, here, call your mom or call whoever to come and get you. And, you know, I was just really, really thankful. I was like, I really appreciate you helping me out. And, because I've always been really, really mature for my age, but I was just really grateful that she helped me out, because I could have got messed up. And a lot of them girls down there, like, they so ruthless. They do not care at all about nothing. And I was just like, man, whew, it's so sad, you know? But that's why I'm just like, today I have one best friend. That's all I need. And, you know, so many girls, they be feeling like they need a bunch of friends and stuff. You know, it's good to have associates or to have people in your life that are really on the same page as you. But do not just be trying to have 15 friends just for the sake of it. Because a lot of these girls don't give a fuck about you. They'll turn on you in a minute. Like, for real. So, but, you know, this whole thing happened because Khadijah saw that her cousin was on some trash, so she said it was me who was talking all the mess. But, you know, that's whatever. That's in the past. You know, a lot of them girls, I hope that you are living your best life and you are not becoming a victim to your circumstances and your surroundings. But you know, that was story time, and you know, I'm better now, bigger and better. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next one. In love.